Graham Wapwood was speaking at the 2024 election review conducted by Namibia Fact Check. He said there is a growing number of young voters expressing a preference for strongman leaders over elected governments across Africa. Namibia, he argued, has the potential to resist these trends and strengthen its democratic institutions, but the controversy surrounding the country's recent elections presents both challenges and opportunities.
So quite a number of key features. Of course, the ones that people tend to remember, particularly if you were in a queue for a long time, are the logistical issues around this election, the various controversies around the voting and the extension for the voting. And as I said, I won't get into that because we know that's being contested in the courts through two legal challenges in the Electoral Court and the Supreme Court on the National Assembly election and then the presidential election.
Wapwood described Namibia's recent election as historic, marked by the election of the country's first female president and an impressive voter turnout of 76%, one of the highest in years. While the ruling party retained power, its majority in the National Assembly was significantly reduced, and the opposition delivered its strongest performance since the pre-independence elections of 1989, he said. Wapwood noted that the closely contested election reflected a more engaged electorate, particularly among young voters. He said that Namibia remains peaceful in contrast to the post-election unrest seen in Mozambique. Wapwood is of the view that while many countries have experienced a rejection of ruling parties, such as in Botswana and South Africa, Namibia's political balance has shifted without a complete realignment.
My feeling, as it is on a lot of issues, is that actually in this context of declining democracy, Namibia could actually and should be a role model for the development of an entrenching of democracy. And we could be getting a lot of things right when around the world other governments and countries are getting things quite badly wrong. And that's why it's disappointing that this previous election is unfortunately mired in a lot of controversy.
Beyond Namibia, he pointed to troubling global trends, including the rising popularity of authoritarian figures among young voters. He noted that the growing admiration for West African military leaders such as Captain Ibrahim Traore on Namibian social media, often without a full understanding of the political realities in those countries, is worrying. Emil Seibeb, NBC News, Windhoek.